Good morning, Year 2. Welcome to Thursday's maths lesson at home. Hope you've done all right with the maths so far this week. I know some of it was a little bit tricky. I hope you've managed to get your head around it. Remember, these are just different methods of doing the same thing. So if you find some really hard, that doesn't matter as long as you've got a way to do it. So for example, if you don't like number lines, then if you know how to draw your tens and ones, that's fine. If you know how to do it mentally or accurately, then that's fine too. I know different people have different ways of doing things, okay? But we have to go through the methods because you might find there's one you like. So today we're going to do another subtraction of a two-digit number on a number line. This one's the trickier one, okay? Remember we said yesterday about our checks, that our sense checks. So for example, if I have one like this, 27 take away 12, check your ones, 7 ones, 2 ones. Which one's larger? 7 ones. So that's an easy one, okay? But we're going to be doing the hard ones today. So you have to really pay attention. So these ones, you're going to check, do your sense check. So for example, 32 take away 18, okay? 2 ones in that, 8 ones in that. So the ones in the part that we're taking away are larger than the ones in the whole that we start with. So we need to do a trickier version. I'm not putting across because it's wrong. I'm putting across to show a trickier version. So I'm going to show you the way that we've already done, and then we're going to build on that as we go along. So I'm going to remind you of the work we did on one-digit numbers. So say I had a problem like this, 42 take away 9. Now we do our sense check. 2 ones there, 9 ones there. So the first number's ones are smaller than the second number's ones. So this is going to be a tricky addition where we need to partition. A tricky subtraction where we need to partition, sorry. So we're going to partition that 9 up. Now do you remember, we want to make these two numbers the same, so they cancel each other out, so we get to a 0, so we get to a tens number. Okay, so got 2 here, that has to be 2 as well. Now what goes with 2 to make 9? Well, put 2 in your head, count on your fingers till you get to 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 5 and 2, that's 7. So 2 and 7 makes 9, okay? Because remember, we can do addition and subtraction related to each other. Now what we need to do is we need to do our number line. So we're going to draw a number line, and we're going to start with 42, because that is, just like we said yesterday, our largest number. That's the number. There's not going to be anything bigger than that. Do we put it at the beginning or the end when we're subtracting? The end, you're right, because we're taking away, and when we take away, we always go that way, don't we? We always get smaller. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to look at those parts that I've split my 9 into. So 9 is split into 2 and 7. So I'm going to do 2. When I take away a single digit number, this is going to get harder in a minute. I'm going to take away the 2 first, and that will always take me to a number that ends in a 0 if I've done it right. If those 2 numbers here are the same, then it will always take me to a 0, because 2 take away 2 is always going to be 0, isn't it? 5 take away 5 is always going to be 0, because we're taking away all of them. So I'm going to start by taking away 2. Now 42 take away 2, I'm not taking away any tens, so it's going to stay the same. 2 take away 2 is 0, so it has to be 40. You can do that in your head. 42, 41, 40. Use your number line or 100 square if you need to help you. Then we've taken away the 2. Now we need to take away the second part of 9, the 7. So then we're going to do a jump back of 7. Now you might do each individual jump of 1. So you might go take away 1, 39, take away 1, 38, take away 1, all the way through. I'm going to do one big jump of 7 because, again, it's easier for me. Okay, so 40 take away 7. Well, we're going to put 40 in our head. We're not going to count 40 in our count because we're jumping back from 40, aren't we? So our first jump is going to be 39. We're going to 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33. So 42 take away 9 is 33. So that's what we did last week. And I know some of you found that really hard. Some of you whizzed through it. Now we're going to do it again, but this time the number we're going to take away isn't going to be a 1-digit number like 9. It's going to be a 2-digit number. So if I have a number like this, ignore my phone. If I have a number like this, 54, take away, now I'm going to take away a 2-digit number, so it's going to be 54, take away, let's do 28. Okay, so 54 take away 28. Now, what we need to do first of all is our sense check. Is this a hard or an easy subtraction? Well, 4 ones there, 8 ones there. So the first number of ones is smaller than the second number of ones. That's going to be a harder subtraction. So I'm going to draw my number line. In fact, I'm not going to draw my number line. First of all, the number I'm taking away, the 28, I need to partition part of this. Now, when we do this, we only ever partition the ones, because we can do the tens really easily. We just need to partition the ones. So I'm going to partition this 8 into 2 parts. Now I want these 2 parts to, that still needs to cancel out, doesn't it? The 4 ones needs to be cancelled out by another identical number. So what's the same as 4 ones? 4. So we've got our 4 take away 4. Okay, now what goes with 4 to make 8? So what's going to go in here? Well, 4 add 4 is 8, isn't it? So it's going to be 4. Now what we're going to do, we're going to use our number line to solve this problem. So we start with our biggest number, which is 54. Always start with that when we're taking away, and we always start at the end. So 54. Now what we need to do first now is we need to take away the tens and then the ones. So we're going to start with the tens. So how many tens are there in this number 28 that we're taking away? 2. 2 tens. So we're going to do a jump of 20. Now, again, we said the other day, didn't we, that if you're taking away a number that's got a 0 from a number that's got some 1s in it, then the 1s won't change. So we're still going to have 4 1s because we've got 4 1s here, haven't we? So 54 take away 10 would give me 44. Take away another 10 would give me 34. So 54 take away 20, 34. So we've done that part. Now we're on to our part whole. So we need to take away both of these parts. Okay, I don't know why that's not come up on your screen. Take away both of these parts. And we're going to do them one step at a time. Now, they're both 4, so this makes it quite easy. So we're going to do it 34, take away 4. Now remember, your first part whole jump should take you to a 0 number. Okay, you'll know you're doing it right if you get that. So 34 take away 4. Well, we're taking away all the 1s, aren't we? Because then those 2 are identical. So if we take away 4 1s from 4 1s, we've got no 1s, but we've still got 3 10s. So we've got 3 10s and no 1s. Then we need to take away our last 4. I'm running out of room here because we've got this 4 here. Now 30 take away 4. If you know your number bonds, what goes with 4 to make a 10 number? 6. Okay. If you don't know your number bonds, you need to learn them first of all, but you can count back. So put 30 in your head and count back for 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. It's going to give us 26, isn't it? And there you go. 54 take away 28 is 26. Let's try one more of these. And I'm not going to draw on it as much. I'm just going to talk you through the steps. So let's say we had one that was 81 take away 47. So first thing we need to do, sense check. 1, 7. 7's bigger than 1, so it's a tricky one. Then we're going to draw a number line. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to do our part whole model. and we only partition up the ones number in the number we're taking away. That's the only one. We don't need to partition up the tens number. So draw my part whole. Lots of these are done for you. Then I need to make those two the same, don't I? So, well, that would be 1 take away 1 would be the same. But I'm trying to make 7. So I need to decide what goes with 1 to make 7. Well, 7 take away 1 is 6. So it has to be 6 that goes with it. 1 and 6 is 7. We can check that and we can make sure it's right. Now we're ready to do our calculations. So we're going to draw our number line. Remember, we start with our whole number, which is our first number when we take away 81, and that goes at the end. And then we always subtract the tens first on the number line just to make it easier. So we're going to subtract, how many tens are we subtracting from our part 4? So 4 tens is the same as 40, so we're going to take away 40. Just labeling that jump. Now, 81 take away 40, we've got a 0 in 40, so we're not taking away any 1, so it's got to end in a 1. So 81 take away 40, well, 8 take away 4 is 4, so it has to be 41. Now we need to take away our 2 parts, this one first, then that one second, and we're going to do a jump of 1, nice easy one. 41 take away 1 is 40. Then the jump of 6 for this last part. 40 take away 6. Well, I know that 6 add 4 is 10. So 40 take away 6 has to have a 4 in it. Okay, so it's going to be 34, isn't it? But if you don't know your number bonds again, put 40 in your head or use a number line or 100 square, take away 6. 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34. So 81 take away 47 is 34. Again, I know year 2, this is a very, very complicated method to get your head around because there's just so many steps, which is why on your worksheet, I've tried to start you off with a lot of it done for you. But please do try and think through each step as you do it, because especially on the trickier sheet, by the end, you have to do a lot of this for yourself. So this is a method you might use to subtract for tricky subtraction. Now remember, if it's easy subtraction, we don't need to partition that 7 up with those ones because we can do it straight away. We don't need to cross 10. This is just for the trickier subtraction when we do our sense check and the first number's ones are smaller than the second number's ones. So have a go at the worksheet, see how you get on, and hopefully I'll see some wonderful work from you. Keep working hard, year 2. Bye for now.